With us today is Gene Marks, a columnist, author, and small business owner who will be sharing with us his insights on the various challenges of growth many businesses deal with every day. Gene, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to having this conversation about some of the challenges and some of the opportunities that we all face in 2014.
These are difficult times for many companies. However, today's challenging economy presents some opportunities for expansion for those who have a unique set of circumstances. Whether you are trying to grow or restructure your business, what kind of opportunities exist for companies to grow and expand revenue?
Well, there's a lot of different industries and a lot of different regions that are experiencing growth. And it's funny, when you talk about small businesses in general, there's 30 million small businesses in this country, so you never really know who's doing well and who's not doing well. It depends on where you're located and where you're focusing on. So, healthcare is a big area of opportunity. Technology is another large area of opportunity, particular, online cloud applications, mobile applications. A lot of venture capital money is going into that end. And finally, just general service businesses are by all means, on the grow as well. One final thing is construction. I mean, we had a very bad situation with the financial recession. The construction industry, the housing industry is absolutely recovering. We're probably not going to see the same kind of growth that we saw back before the recession, but if you're looking to grow and want to get in that kind of a business, there's absolutely a lot of opportunities there.
Financially, what are key matters that a company needs to consider for future growth?
Well, what's most key for most companies are really two things: making sure that you have enough financing and making sure you're keeping control of your costs. The good news in 2014 is that the financing market is opening up. Banks are still not lending like they were, say, 10 years ago, but they're lending more. So if you're looking for bank financing, that's a good thing. Venture capital investments are increasing and projected to continue to increase in 2014. And more importantly, there are some alternative means of financing like crowdfunding. Keep an eye on that and the legislation that's going through the SEC right now, which may enable you as a business owner to get crowdfunded money from other people outside of your business. The second area is keeping control of your costs. You will probably grow this year. Many small businesses and medium-sized companies will grow this year. The key is making sure you don't get into any trouble like many of us did before the recession. You want to keep control of your overhead costs, make sure you have good internal controls in mind, and are just managing your cash as effectively as possible. Remember, sometimes things are really good, but they don't always stay so good for the long term, so make sure you're squirreling some money away.
How does having the right technology and software benefit a company?
Well, first of all, I always like to say that when it comes to technology, some of my best clients are not necessarily the most technological clients as well. They buy technology when there has a good return on investment and it's helping them do things quicker and better. If you are doing things manually and you're not using technology in your business, in certain areas of your business, but you're getting the job done and the process is working fine, if it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it. That being said, there are plenty of cloud-based and mobile technologies that are coming on the market. There's an enormous trend of new softwares and technologies that will help you do things quicker and better. You just want to make sure that you're investing in those things that are going to help you save money and be more productive. What you want to look for is those technologies that are easy to get set up, where you've got good partners that are in the field to help you get them set up, and something that you can use for a long term. Whether it's a CRM software, that's a customer relationship management software, or whether you're looking for an ERP, a financial management system, or a collaboration system for project management. If you're in the construction business, if you're a manufacturer, these are all different types of vertical applications that are existing now and some new ones coming on the market that will help you manage your business better. But just make sure you're buying something because it's going to have a good return on investment. You're going to partner with somebody that's going to help you implement it and do it the right way, and you're going to buy technology or rent technology that will serve you for the long term. Those are the most important things to keep in mind.
The search for the right technology and software provider can be stressful, particularly when both the buyer and the vendor get stuck in the features or technical requirements and forget about the bigger picture. What are the key things businesses need to consider in order to simplify such an important decision?
Well, the biggest thing you definitely want to do, and the question is really relevant, is you definitely do want to find somebody to work along with you to help you implement and, by the way, choose what application is going to work for you best. There are a lot of technology service providers all around the world that can provide that kind of service. The question is, who's good and who's not good, and how do you find them, and how do you simplify that decision? The best thing to keep in mind is experience. You want to find that technology service provider that is expert in the applications that they service, which means that if somebody says to you that they can help you implement a CRM system or a fixed asset management system or an HR system, for example, you want to check with the vendor and make sure that they are certified in that and that they've got references to show and that you can talk to some of their clients and make sure that they know what they're doing. More importantly, you want to make sure that a technology service provider is available for you all the time. This should be the only time for a long time that you have to go through the pain and agony of implementing a new system, because it's not an easy thing to do, particularly for a small or medium-sized business. So when you go through that period, you want to make sure you're going to work with somebody that you not only like and trust, but somebody who's really available for you all the time. So during the evaluation process, call them, ask them questions, take advantage of them, text them, email them, see how responsive they are. That's the best way to find out if a technology service provider really wants to work with you and then is available for you when you're going to have those questions. You're going to need to make sure of that, particularly later on in the job when things get tougher and they're around to make sure that they're there to help you when you need them. Finally, if you're looking for a good reference for a technology service provider, make sure to just use the ability of the Internet now. Go and do your searching on social media outlets like LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. Google them, see if anybody else is talking about them, see what other clients that they've worked on, and again, talk to those clients as well. Independently of them recommending them to you, just reach out directly and talk to some of their clients. It's a really good way to get a feel if those technology service providers are experienced and competent and liked and do a good job. Don't feel bad about doing that. In the end, it's your project and it's your money. You want to make sure you get the evaluation done before you get too far into it.
How can investing in the appropriate technology increase productivity?
Well, there are three really great technologies available today that can help any business increase their productivity. The three immediately that come to mind are fixed asset management systems, HR management systems, that's human resources, and also customer relationship management systems as well. Those three are just great examples of business applications that really help your employees do things quicker and better. A perfect example to start with is a fixed asset system. A good fixed asset management system stores in one place, in one database, all the assets of your company so that your employees, whoever have access to it, can go into it and update things like due dates for warranties, when something has to be taken out of service, when there is inspections or equipment service dates due, or when depreciation needs to be calculated. Having that all in a shared database that anybody can update from any time, wherever they are inside the company, a huge productivity savings for a company that has a lot of assets. Secondly, there's HR management systems. There you've got a database of all the people that work for your companies as well as any subcontractors as well. These systems are not payroll systems anymore. They're managing everything there is to know about employees, their vacation dates, and their work history, and sick days, and other census and profile information about them. Some companies give their employees the ability to update their own information. Others just have the HR staff manage it as well. But nothing falls through the cracks with a good HR management system. Has a huge impact on productivity. Finally, there's customer relationship management systems. They're called CRM systems. There you've got a shared database so that anybody that touches your company, whether they're prospects, whether they're customers, partners, vendors, they all go inside of that shared database, and all of your employees can make sure that nothing falls through the cracks with them. Quotes are followed up on. Service appointments are scheduled. Appointments are recorded. Notes are updated. Emails are exchanged. Calls are recorded. Everything is there in one place so that nothing does fall through the cracks, and also no one is in the dark about what's going on with a customer or a prospect or a partner because it's all there and it's all shared. The three applications specifically, good asset management systems, a good HR management system, a CRM system, those are three great examples of applications that really help a company and its employees become much more productive.
Gene, it was great talking with you. Thank you for your time and input on the challenges many businesses face.
Thanks, and thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to follow me anywhere, I'm on Twitter at @GeneMarks. And of course, you can read me every day in the New York Times and every week in Forbes and Inc. and Entrepreneur Magazine, as well as the Huffington Post.